Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video, and oh boy, today I got a pretty good video for you. I got some exciting stuff. At least I'm excited. We got a really cool thrift run that involves vintage Nintendo, so that's always a great thing. And I've got a little shopgoodwill.com vintage toy unboxing to show you, so let's take a look. So if you're new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Trent. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay. I do it for fun and profit, and I take you along for the journey. So please hit that subscribe button for more great videos in the future. Yeah, I went into the thrift store, my favorite local thrift store, and I went in right at the right time. I looked behind the glass, and they had some vintage consoles up for sale, and I said, hey, where's the games? And they said, oh, we still got the games too. And they were pricing them. They knew what they had, but I got some good stuff. I definitely got my money's worth. You know, nothing like finding them whenever people don't really care or know what they have, but hey, I'll take it. In 2021, I'll take it. So we'll do that, and then we'll look at a vintage Goodwill toy unboxing. That should be pretty cool too. Some pieces for my collection, and maybe a few to sell. We'll see. All right, so I got a couple honorable mention Blu-rays from my collection today from the thrift store. These were $2.95 a piece. I got I Am Legend. I remember watching that one. It's a pretty good one. So got that for my Blu-ray collection. And here's one I'm more excited about getting. We got Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino movie, $2.95. Nice clean Blu-rays for my collection. I got a lot of the Quentin Tarantinos now. I think if I get the Kill Bills, I've got most of them. So pretty neat. Of note, I got this thrown in today. Here's a little shell for a Busby double shot or some kind of blaster like that. I always grab those if I can, because if you get the Busby double shot, they will sell for some decent cash. Alright, I found another really cool toy at the thrift store today. Unfortunately, I mean, these things are really hard to look up, and I think it may be missing a piece of it. I might just hang on to it. My wife says she wants it, so I might give it to her. It was $1.50. So this is a toy company called SRM, made in China. In the late 90s, they were making toys like this. I've sold some of these before. They sell for decent cash because people had these when they were a kid and they want to relive that. I think the tip piece of this one's missing though. This is a weird one. It has two functions. It has a red button that does I put some batteries in it. So the red button spins the bottom. I think it's supposed to be a vibrating handle because I saw another model, but when you do that, it's spinning this motor, and it makes it to where, like, I don't know if you can see, like, it's very strange. But then it's got the phaser feature. And that motor just keeps spinning and spinning. Like, it has some power to it, and takes forever to stop. I think normally let's say it had the tip on it like it was supposed to, I think you could definitely sell this for 30 or 40 bucks. You just have to wait for the right buyer to come along. But I'll probably just hang on to it. It's neat, or give it to my wife. But I just don't understand the vibrating handle. It's kind of weird. That motor is still going. It takes forever to stop. Okay, so vintage Nintendo time. I went and looked behind the glass, and I was like, oh wow. There was four consoles there. One was an Xbox 360, and there was three other consoles. One that I passed up on was original Nintendo NES. They wanted $85 for it, and it was very yellowed. And you know, I have plenty of NESs, and so unless I can get it to flip for a good profit, I'm not gonna grab a yellowed NES for 85 bucks for not at all. They had this console. Here's an N64. They had it at $55 to incentivize me further. They let me have it for $45, and I got 10% off of 20% off of everything today. So 45, 20% discount. It doesn't have the graphics enhancement chip. It has one controller with the rumble pack, so that's nice, and it has both of its cords. So if it tests out, N64s are selling for good cash these days. I think it's probably $85 to $100 you could sell one of these for. So I should be able to flip it for a profit. Of course, I have a bunch of N64s of my own. So I'll bust this stuff out of the bag at the end here, and we'll look at the consoles, how they look. And then the better bag was this one, just because I can tell there's some scuffs that need to be taken out, but this Super Nintendo here the color on it is really good, and it has 2 controllers. Looks like it might be missing the audio video cable, but it's got its original power adapter. So for $65, 20% discount, I got a vintage Super NES console. So that's got to be a good one, really good one as far as color goes. Might be one that I keep for myself. I have a Super Nintendo, but I don't know if it looks this good. So let's go ahead and look at those out of the bag real quick. Okay, so here's the consoles, looking pretty nice. Hopefully I can clean that off. I know I can clean that off, but I can magic eraser that. But the color of that's looking really good. But anyways, the Nintendo 64 looking pretty good. Didn't have the expansion, the graphics expansion. It has its original one, but that's okay. Has all of its cords and a pretty nice controller. I did hear a little rattling in there earlier, but the controller stick seems really nice. So this seems like definitely worth the $45, and it even had a rumble pack. So if that tests out nice, I think that's fine. And then the Super Nintendo just looks really good as far as the color, because these things are known to yellow pretty badly. So for this one to look as good as it does, I'm happy about that. I could probably try to sell it for a premium. If it tests out, I'll try to sell it for a lot more money because of the color of it. Hopefully I can just magic eraser that out. 2 nice looking controllers, and doesn't have the AV cable, but it does have the original AC adapter. But actually Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo AV cables are the same, so I can use this one to test the Super Nintendo as well. But I have my own cables too, so you know, paying a little bit of money for them, $65 and $45, but I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, so then I was like, hey, where's the games for these? And then the manager was like, okay, yeah, we got the games. we were pricing them and stuff, and she brought them out, so that means I got first crack at these games. There were some decent ones in there, no holy grails or anything like that, but definitely I'm glad I got first crack at them, because there's obvious titles, you know how it goes. If whoever gets first crack grabs all the Marios and all that stuff, the stuff that's worth the easy money, that's the obvious easy money, right? So I got that. I actually got first crack at it, so it turned out pretty good. I passed up on some things. There was a gold cart, all original Legend of Zeldas are gold. It was just the paint on it wasn't very good, so they wanted $20 for it too. So anyways, let me stop running my mouth and show you what I got. So Nintendo 64, $8.95. I got a Game Shark. This is version 2.1. Now that depends on which version. If it's a certain version, I think the version 3, those can be worth a lot more money. So this one is probably only worth maybe like $20 or something. So $8.95, not bad. 20% discount on it, of course. And then I got 2 N64 games. We got 007 GoldenEye, $8.95. Got a little bit of label damage, but nice enough. Man, people were addicted to this game whenever it came out. I played this game so much. And we got Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for $8.95. So those are just obvious, like for that price, it's just obvious to grab them. That you could resell those for a nice profit. Okay, then I got a small stack of Super Nintendo games here. So again, these are nothing nothing above average, but the regular standard titles can sell for pretty decent cash here. So we got these were $8.95 as well. Super Star Wars, not bad, really nice clean copy. That's the player's choice one though. And we got Super Empire Strikes Back, $8.95. Looks nice and clean. Super Mario World, $8.95. Even Super Mario World is definitely worth that for at this point. The worst condition one is Donkey Kong Country, $8.95, because it has some color fade. But still, not bad, not bad. Another good one here, Player's Choice Edition, Super Mario Kart, $8.95. And then the last two, I don't know which one is quite better. Probably the last one I'm going to show you, but runner-up here, Super Mario All-Stars, $8.95. Not pretty nice, clean copy. And then finally we got Donkey Kong Country 3, $8.95. The rest of the Super Nintendo games were like sports titles and stuff that I wasn't willing to pay $8.95 for. Nintendo 64, those were pretty much, I don't think I passed up anything. Those were the only Nintendo 64 cartridges that were there. Okay, last but not least, my favorite, the stuff that I'm interested in for my collection. Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo. Well, growing up, I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I played other people's, of course, you know. So, like, I don't mind selling off some of the Super Nintendo stuff. And Nintendo 64, I did have that. I had both those games as a kid. But I think I have to check and see. I might have copies of them already. And so I'll probably be reselling a lot of that stuff. And I'll definitely sell the Game Shark. But, okay, original Nintendo. Runner-up. Okay, there was a bunch of games there. Let me just say, for original Nintendo, they priced each game at $15. Okay, except for The Legend of Zelda that they priced at $20, and there was a Tengen Afterburner with the original sleeve or the protector sleeve or something like that they wanted like $25, $30 for, and that was just, the prices are too high. So most of the games, they would have been good games, but they wanted $15 a piece. There was a really clean Ninja Guide in there, but they wanted 15 bucks for it. You could get it for 15 bucks on eBay, you know. As well as Double Dragon 2 was there, but they wanted 15 bucks. I saw Double Dragon 2, you could buy it for $11 free shipping right now on eBay, so their prices were too high, but not for these games right here. So this game had a slipcover. It is Super Empire Strikes Back, 15 bucks. This game, it had a little label ding that I didn't realize, but anyways, it's still fine. This game is actually upwards of $30 to $40 nowadays. So I didn't currently have it in my collection, so I'll be adding that one to my collection. Super Empire Strikes Back. Happy to see that. And $15 and the 20% discount is fair enough price. But the best one of the day, didn't have it in my collection and I needed it, is Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. And this one I just noticed it actually $15.95. So 16 bucks. Is that what the other one said? Oh no, this one said 15. Oh well, $15.95, 20% discount. Turtles 3, The Manhattan Projects, that's easily a $40 game. Nice label, nice condition cartridge, so a really good little home run for my collection right here, for my vintage Nintendo collection. Turtles 3, I remember playing with my best friend growing up quite a bit. He owned Turtles 2, so we played that a lot, but I think we rented Turtles 3 and played it a lot. It's a great game, and it was neat to find it in the wild in the thrift store, even if I had to pay $15 for it. Alright, now for a small but I think really good, especially for what I paid. I think I paid a little under 50 bucks for all this stuff, but I think I did pretty good. Definitely from a collector standpoint, but I think you could make a profit if you were to resell. Alright, here's what I picked up. Let's go over it. Vintage 80s and 90s toys. This is a sweet little lot here. First off, I'll just talk about these right here. These are vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizzas that go to the pizza shooter, which I fondly remember my grandma bought me the pizza shooter, I remember, for my birthday, or I think it was my birthday. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pizzas here. And so that's what those are for, if you ever see these. It says on the back, do not shoot at people or animals. Yeah, because so one of the vehicles for the vintage Turtles line is a pizza shooter, where you load it up with these pizzas and it shoots pizzas at the enemy. Pretty cool little toy. Pretty neat to see these. I don't have the vehicle. I don't know if I plan on collecting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vehicles. I do want to collect the figures. But let's just get an idea. Okay, I'm sorry, pizza thrower, I should say, is what it's called. So 11 of the pizzas sold for about $17, including shipping recently. So if that gives you an indicator. So, you know, you piece out these vintage toys and sell the accessories that people need. You can make money. But what we do have is three vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. First one we have, I believe he's called Scumbug. He's one that I don't really remember anybody having. So he's like, yeah, a scummy looking bug. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were so colorful, the action figures. I like the Playmates lines back then. Of course, Dick Tracy is one that I collected, and I have pretty much the whole collection. But so there we go, Scumbug. And we've got Baxter Stockman. He's kind of not as impressive without his wings, but so Baxter Stockman's supposed to be like a fly. Pretty neat. And then here's one I don't remember a lot of people having, was April O'Neil. So that's pretty neat. She's got the Turtles jacket. I don't know. I think there may be some variants that don't have that on the back and some that do. So I'll have to figure it out. We'll have to check them out and see if any of these are, how much these go for. But these will just be going into my toy vintage action figure collection. And then we have here a really nice 1981 Taiwan soft head Skeletor full boot with full armor. So that's really nice. This could, you know, be worth a strong portion of the money I paid right here. I'm almost tempted to trade this out with my current Skeletor. The reason why I had my current Skeletor was because he was the rare peach face, or more rare peach face, and a half boot. But this one's a really nice Skeletor. So let me talk about these guys now. These are two figures made by Play School. I think they're from the 80s. Yep, 1987. Toy line called Definitely Dinosaurs. So these are little cavemen. They go with the dinosaur line. So pretty neat, but I'll just be trying to resell those. But vintage Play School dinosaur cavemen toys, action figures. Pretty neat. And over here we have what looks like a couple 1980s G.I. Joes, I think. I think this is Leatherneck. I mean, they do say Hasbro inside. I can't remember. I can't read the last year here. I believe that's Leatherneck. He's got the eagle lobe and anchor. He's wearing the Marine Corps hat. The 80s G.I. Joes I don't know a lot about, because by the time I was like really into G.I. Joes, I was collecting them in the 90s. I had a few when I was a kid in the 80s, but it was later on in the line, yeah, that the late 80s and early 90s is whenever I was collecting G.I. Joes, and I collected quite a bit of them. So I'll have to check these guys out. And yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but these could be good. These could be good ones. We'll have to check it out. And then finally, a really cool one that unfortunately it is missing an accessory piece, but it's just really cool, is a vintage 1980s. I don't think it has a year on it, but I believe they're 80s. It is 80s. Tonka Supernaturals figure. So their gimmick on this, you see, obviously they don't have any features. Instead, they have a holographic imagery on their stuff. So he actually came with his shield. I don't know who this guy is, but what a neat action figure line. So I don't have any of these. This will be my first one. I'm gonna start collecting these because these things are cool. Let's put him holding his shield. I hope this holographic stuff is coming out. Supernaturals by Tonka from the 80s. All right, here's the vintage April O'Neil. They say no stripes. I think they came out with a different variant later that had stripes on the uniform. So this one sold for $18.99 plus $5 $5.20 to ship recently, just for the loose figure itself. I'm guessing that's going to be the most valuable figure out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I have here today. But that's not bad. Alright, Scumbug doesn't sell for a whole lot. Looks like completely bare, you could maybe get $12, $13 out of it, you know. But that's fine. Alright, yeah, Baxter Stockman with no accessories. You know, he kind of needs his wings, so without anything like that, probably about a $10 figure. So, about what I expected. But not bad at all. Skeletor, a vintage Skeletor like this, 1981 Taiwan, with nice legs like it has. I mean, this thing will probably stand up on its own. Yeah, it stands up on its own. With its full armor like that, I'd say you could probably get 40-50 bucks for it. 40 to 50 bucks for it like this. That's what I would expect, or otherwise I wouldn't sell it. It's just a really nice one. Here's two of the Definitely Dinosaurs figures. Not the exact same figures. Looks like it has this figure and a different one than this one. But they sold for $10 plus $5.20 to ship. So, you know, not bad for two little figures. Okay, the vintage 1986 Leatherneck G.I. Joe sold for $15, free shipping. That was with no accessories like I have it here. And then the 1998 G.I. Joe Hit and Run. These are in really nice condition. Almost makes me a little nervous. They're like in too good condition. I hope these weren't remakes or something. There is a little bit of cracking on the joints though, I notice. So maybe they are vintage. But I see these sell for maybe around 15 to 20 as well. So again, not bad. I think I have to skip out on collecting G.I. Joe. I'll probably just, you know, if I ever get a hold of my collection that I had, I'll just keep it at that and not add to it. Because they're just, G.I. Joe is just another whole world of craziness. So many figures. Alright, the vintage Tonka Supernatural Snakebite figure. I'd say the loose figure by itself is probably a $10 figure, and then with the shield it makes it about a $20 figure. However, he is missing a head, like Cobra-like headpiece though. If you had that, I think he'd be like a $30, $35, $40 figure. But it's cool. I'm going to hang on to it. Alright, let's add these guys in here now. Toy collection update video coming soon. So we got our Supernatural guy. And then I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now. The ones that I have. Not very many. I got Donatello down here. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know about any interesting collecting or eBay tips, tricks, or comments, or anything you want to talk about. Leave it down in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed and have a good one.